If you pour fresh milk into a pan, add lemon juice, vinegar, and a pinch of salt, stir and heat everything until it boils, then pour it into a mold and refrigerate for 24 hours, you can make amazing homemade cheese. It's rich, creamy, cheesy, and honestly, so easy to make. Did you know that if you blend 1 cup of cooked sweet potato, 2 eggs, 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 1/4 cup of honey, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract, then bake at 180 deg for 20 minutes, this will help that if you help curb chocolate cravings, the healthy and naturally gluten-free with no flour needed? Did you know if you brown ground beef, stir in boxed mac and cheese, diced tomatoes, milk, peas, and corn, then simmer until the pasta turns tender and the sauce gets thick and glossy, fold in cheddar, blanket the top with even more cheese, and you get the ultimate shipwreck casserole, beefy, creamy, cheesy, and impossible to stop eating. Did you know if you combine diced potatoes, shredded cheese, crispy bacon, and half a cup of heavy cream, stir the mixture until it's fully creamy, pour it into a baking pan, and bake it at 375 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes, you can make these famous, perfectly golden, crispy, creamy, cheesy $1,000,000 potatoes. Did you know? Stop buying condensed milk at the store. Pour hot water into a blender, then add margarine, sugar to taste, and powdered milk. Blend until creamy for about 5 minutes. You'll have smooth homemade condensed milk that's easy to make and perfect for desserts. Did you know if you mix cream cheese, buffalo sauce, shredded chicken, ranch seasoning, and lots of cheddar, roll it inside soft flour tortillas, then air fry until crispy, golden, and crunchy, you get the ultimate buffalo chicken taquitos, crispy outside, creamy, cheesy, and spicy inside? Did you know if you mix cream cheese, buffalo sauce, shredded chicken, ranch seasoning, and lots of cheddar? Did you know if you mix 2 cups of cold macaroni and cheese, half a cup of crispy bacon bits, 1 beaten egg, and 1 cup of shredded mozzarella, then roll them into balls, coat them in seasoned panko, and fry until golden brown, you get ultra crispy mac and cheese balls with a legendary cheese pull in every bite? Did you know that if you mix flour, water, butter, and sugar into a smooth dough, pipe it into hot oil, and fry it until golden and crispy, you can make the famous Spanish snack called churros that's crunchy outside and soft inside?
While it cooks instead of water, the grains become fluffy and aromatic like premium jasmine rice from an upscale Asian restaurant. If you add root beer to your pot roast before braising and let it simmer for 3 hours, the meat transforms into tender, caramelized perfection that tastes exactly like expensive bourbon-glazed beef. If you mix cola with your barbecue sauce and brush it on grilled vegetables, they develop a sticky, sweet char that rivals any steakhouse side dish that costs $18. You can make all of these for almost nothing. Follow for more.
Did you know if you mix 1 cup heavy cream, 8 ounces cream cheese, 1/3 cup powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, and 1 cup crushed chocolate sandwich cookies. Then whip the mixture until smooth and fluffy. Fold in the cookie crumbs. Spoon everything into serving cups. Chill for 1 hour. Then finish with 2 tablespoons extra crushed cookies sprinkled on top right before serving. The final spoonful is what makes this dessert impossible to stop eating.
If you simmer Mountain Dew with brown sugar until thick and glossy, it transforms into an electric green caramel sauce that nobody believes works. If you dip raw chicken in Sprite batter, then fry until golden and crispy, it transforms into the lightest, crispiest fried chicken that carbonation makes impossibly airy. If you melt dark chocolate, then whisk in Coca-Cola until silky and set, it transforms into cola chocolate mousse that makes absolutely 0 sense. Most people have these ingredients. If you mix mayonnaise with ketchup and a splash of pickle juice, it tastes exactly like the famous McDonald's Big Mac special sauce. If you mix cold brew coffee with oat milk and a pump of vanilla syrup, it tastes exactly like the famous Starbucks vanilla latte they charge $7 for. If you mix butter with garlic powder and a pinch of dried parsley, it tastes exactly like the famous Olive Garden breadstick butter people go completely crazy for. You can make all of these at home for almost nothing. Follow for more. If you mix mayonnaise with garlic and a little lemon juice, you get that rich, creamy garlic sauce for fries. If you mix banana ketchup with soy sauce and brown sugar, you get that sweet, sticky BBQ glaze for grilled chicken. If you mix evaporated milk with grated cheese and a pinch of salt, you get that smooth, cheesy sauce for nachos. If you mix soy sauce with honey and garlic, you get that sweet, savory teriyaki glaze for chicken. Did you know that if you slowly melt sugar until it turns into a rich golden caramel, then stir in butter and cream until smooth and glossy, you can make homemade caramel that's silky, rich, and perfect for drizzling over desserts, dipping apples, or adding to your favorite treats. Follow for more. Did you know?
If you pour Sprite over fresh strawberries and freeze them for 2 hours, they become the famous Starbucks strawberry refresher bites everyone is obsessed with. If you dip Oreos in coffee for 3 seconds, they become the viral TikTok espresso cookies that sold out everywhere. If you mix Nutella with heavy cream and whip it, it becomes the Ferrero Rocher mousse that costs $15 at fancy restaurants. Most people have these ingredients right now. If you want.
How old were you when you discovered that if you mix mayonnaise, garlic, soy sauce, black pepper, paprika, and a squeeze of lemon juice, let it marinate with your chicken for at least 30 minutes, then coat it in seasoned flour and fry until golden brown. The result? Crispy on the outside, ridiculously juicy on the inside. Comment chicken if you want chicken recipes and follow.
If you pour Dr. Pepper over pork shoulder in a slow cooker and let it cook for 8 hours, the meat transforms into tender, caramelized pulled pork that tastes exactly like expensive smokehouse barbecue. If you mix Sprite with cake mix and bake until golden, it transforms into the most fluffy bakery-style cake with 0 eggs, oil, or water needed. If you marinate chicken in Mountain Dew for 4 hours, then grill until charred, it transforms into tender, citrus-glazed perfection that rivals any upscale restaurant. If you want more recipes with measurements, don't forget.
If you mix sour cream with taco seasoning and lime juice, it transforms into a creamy taco sauce that's the kind Mexican restaurants charge extra $4 for. If you blend ricotta cheese with honey and cinnamon, it transforms into a creamy dessert spread that's the kind cafes charge $10 for on toast. If you mix cream cheese with shredded cheddar and salsa, it transforms into a creamy queso dip that's the kind sports bars charge $9 for with chips. You can make all of these for almost nothing. If you mix Worcestershire sauce with butter, garlic, and herbs, you get that savory steak basting sauce used at steakhouses. If you mix cream with Dijon mustard and cracked pepper, you get that creamy peppercorn sauce for filet mignon. If you mix butter with roasted garlic and thyme, you get that herb butter served on premium steaks. I post new recipes every day. Follow so you don't.
If you mix Oreo crumbs, cream cheese, and whipped cream, you create a cookies and cream frosting that's perfect for Oreo cake. If you mix melted white chocolate, butter, powdered sugar, and cream, you create a smooth white chocolate frosting that's best for vanilla cupcakes. If you mix mango puree, whipped cream, and powdered sugar, you create a tropical mango icing that's perfect for sponge cake. If you want best cooking recipe, follow for more.
If you mix soy sauce, sugar, and garlic, it becomes the teriyaki sauce that tastes like the one from Japanese restaurants they charge $4 for. If you mix mayo, milk, and herbs, it becomes the viral ranch dressing that tastes like the $6 grocery version. If you mix tomato sauce, water, brown sugar, vinegar, and spices, it tastes exactly like Taco Bell red sauce people go crazy about. If you want more sauce recipes, follow for more.
If you mix smoked paprika, garlic powder, brown sugar, black pepper, and a pinch of cayenne, you get a dry rub that makes any rack of ribs taste like it came straight from a Texas smokehouse. If you whisk apple cider vinegar with a little mustard, honey, and red pepper flakes, you get that tangy Alabama-style dipping sauce Americans have loved for generations. If you want more BBQ secrets, follow. If you mix
mayonnaise with wasabi paste, soy sauce, and lemon juice, you've just made the creamy sushi sauce restaurants don't tell you about. If you mix soy sauce with maple syrup, garlic, and ginger, you get that sticky glaze that's perfect for salmon or chicken. If you mix melted butter with garlic, parmesan, and Italian seasoning, you get that buttery garlic sauce you'll want to drizzle on everything. If you want recipes with measurements, follow for more. If you simmer Mountain Dew with brown sugar until it turns thick and sticky, You get a neon green caramel sauce that looks completely wrong but somehow tastes incredible. If you mix Sprite into chicken batter, dip in raw chicken, then fry it until golden, you get ridiculously light and crispy fried chicken with an airy crunch that shouldn't even be possible. And if you melt dark chocolate, then slowly whisk in Coca-Cola until smooth and let it set, you get a silky cola chocolate mousse that sounds absolutely insane but actually works. You probably already have most of these ingredients sitting in your kitchen. Follow for more recipes you won't believe until you try them. Did you know if you blend frozen strawberries with sweetened condensed milk, you get the exact creamy Korean strawberry dessert they charge $13 for in trendy LA dessert cafes? If you mix mayo with hot sauce and Cajun seasoning, it becomes the famous Popeyes spicy mayo that makes their chicken sandwiches legendary. And if you mix butter with garlic powder and parsley, it becomes the Papa John's garlic dipping sauce people order extra cups of every single time. If you want more easy recipes, don't forget to follow. If you mix ketchup with brown sugar, white vinegar, and a splash of Worcestershire sauce, it tastes just like the famous barbecue sauce people pay $4 a bottle for. If you mix mayo with hot sauce and a pinch of cayenne, it tastes like the famous Wingstop Cajun dipping sauce that makes every chicken bite better. If you want more recipes, comment sauce and follow for more. If you mix ketchup with brown sugar, white vinegar, and a splash of Worcestershire sauce, it tastes just like the famous barbecue sauce people pay $4 a bottle. If you mix butter, powdered sugar, almond extract, and raspberry powder, you create an almond raspberry buttercream that's perfect for celebration cakes. If you mix butter, powdered sugar, caramel sauce, and sea salt, you create a salted caramel buttercream that's exactly like the high-end cake shops. If you mix cream cheese, powdered sugar, strawberry jam, and vanilla, you create a strawberry cream frosting that's perfect for party cupcakes. If you love cooking videos, follow for more. If you mix chilled heavy whipping cream with instant vanilla pudding powder, it instantly thickens into that exact legendary whipped frosting from pricey bakery cakes. If you blend cream cheese with marshmallow fluff and vanilla extract, it transforms into a fluffy fruit dip that's the kind dessert cafes charge $9 for. If you mix butter with hot sauce and honey, it transforms into a sweet buffalo glaze that's perfect for crispy chicken wings. If you love recipe videos, follow. If you cook down tomato paste with vinegar, sugar, and garlic powder until thick and tangy, it transforms into homemade ketchup that has 0 preservatives compared to the bottled ones. If
you whisk butter with garlic, Parmesan cheese, parsley, and a splash of lemon juice until smooth, you'll have a rich garlic butter sauce that's perfect for seafood, vegetables, and fresh bread. If you mix mayonnaise with ketchup, sweet relish, white vinegar, garlic powder, and paprika until creamy, you end up with a homemade burger secret sauce that tastes just like the famous fast food version. If you want more easy homemade sauce recipes, don't forget to follow.
Did you know if you mash boiled potatoes, then add some oil, sprinkle a little salt, spinach, then toss in some sliced cherry tomatoes, add yellow peppers, 3 eggs, then a half cup of milk and a handful of cheese, then bake for 25 to 30 minutes. You just created an easy snack that's better than a frozen pizza from a supermarket they charge $8 for. If you want more easy and quick recipes, don't forget to follow. Did you know that if you melt butter in a pan, whisk in all-purpose flour, heavy cream, black pepper, garlic powder, then toss in cooked pasta, and finish with fresh lemon zest, then season chicken with smoked paprika, garlic powder, and black pepper, and fry it until golden and juicy? Combine the two, add Parmesan cheese and a little salt, and you've got the most irresistible lemon garlic chicken Alfredo that's better than the $21 pasta from a restaurant. If you want to see more recipe videos, comment pasta and follow for more. If you microwave pasta with milk, cheddar cheese, and butter for 3 minutes, you get creamy mac and cheese that's better than the $14 version from a restaurant. If you mix mayo with fresh garlic, lemon juice, and Dijon mustard, you get garlic aioli that fancy restaurants charge $8 for. If you whip heavy cream, cream cheese, banana, and vanilla, you get the frosting that turns a cupcake into a $7 bakery treat. If you want more recipes with measurements, don't forget to follow. If you mix soy sauce with mayo and sriracha, it becomes the famous Japanese yum yum sauce that makes hibachi restaurants a billion-dollar industry. If you mix Greek yogurt with cucumber and dill, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, minced garlic, and squeeze a lemon, it becomes authentic tzatziki sauce that Greek restaurants charge $8 for a tiny cup. If you mix sour cream with peppers and lime, it becomes the Mexican crema that Chipotle puts on everything, and people literally cannot stop eating. If you want homemade recipes, don't forget to follow. If you mix cream with mushrooms and beef broth, you get that savory mushroom gravy for steak dinners. If you mix cola with barbecue sauce and brown sugar, you get that sweet, smoky glaze for ribs. If you mix caramel syrup with coffee and milk, you get that iced caramel coffee from cafes. Want the exact recipe? Comment recipe for the link. Follow for more. If you mix ketchup with brown sugar and a splash of apple cider vinegar, it tastes exactly like the famous Heinz barbecue sauce people pay $4 a bottle for. And if you mix cream cheese with powdered sugar and a splash of vanilla extract, it tastes exactly like the famous Cinnabon frosting they charge $8 for. If you mix soy sauce with honey, garlic, and a splash of sesame oil, it tastes exactly like the famous Panda Express orange sauce worth $3 a packet. You can make all of these at home for almost nothing. If you love recipe videos, don't forget to follow. If you feel weak, eat eggs. If you have a toothache, eat yogurt. If you have a cough, have honey. If you have a sore throat, eat oatmeal. If you have a headache, eat watermelon. If you have colds, eat orange. Follow this page if you want a healthy body this 2026. If you mix mayo, sweet pickle relish, ketchup, and a splash of white vinegar, you get the exact Big Mac sauce McDonald's is famous for. If you mix mayo, yellow mustard, barbecue sauce, and a squeeze of honey, it tastes exactly like the Chick-fil-A sauce people hoard in their cars. If you want more fast food secrets, comment sauce and follow. You probably didn't know that instead of French fries, eat baked potato fries. Instead of chips, eat apple chips. Instead of fried egg, eat boiled egg. Instead of Sprite, drink lime water. Instead of milk tea,